Hey everybody, how is it going today? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to go over my penny stock watch list. I'm going to show you all the ones that I'm watching right now that I think are setting up the best for a potential move up. Now, if you're new to my channel, I have been trading and investing for over 20 years, and in each video I will show you trades that I see setting up right now. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any future trading and investing ideas. And also, if you would like to support the channel and become part of our Patreon community and see what we are buying and selling in real time for a measly $10 a month, that link is in the description. All right, let's get into these charts. I haven't done a penny stock video in several days because I haven't made a penny stock trade in several days, but I have been compiling a list of ones I think that are making the best patterns, and I'd like to show them to you in this video. But if you don't mind helping me out with the YouTube algorithm and liking the smash button for putting all this together, I would really appreciate it. But please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. All of this is just my opinion. Please make all of your own trading decisions. And especially with these penny stocks, there is a lot of risk associated with these. So if you are buying these, make sure you are taking profits as they start to scream higher, because they can turn around just as fast as they go up. But let's get into the first one, and this one is Nexus Energy Services Incorporated, ticker symbol IBGR. This one has gone straight up for the last couple of days. It started to roll over today, but it found some support at that 8-period exponential moving average and has been moving higher ever since. Now, if IBGR can hang around, say, 33 cents or so and maybe 44 cents until these moving averages catch up, I think that's going to be a very nice looking bullish triangle formation that could catapult this thing higher. I think it could easily take out the old high and move closer towards $1 if this scenario happens. You can certainly see all the volume that's starting to come back into this one, so that tells me that there could be another leg up, or at least there's a strong possibility of it. But if we back out this chart, man, you can see that this thing has been in a nice long base for several years. That is absolutely paramount for stocks to go on sustainable, moves up, or at least for these penny stocks. I don't usually touch a penny stock unless it has a base of at least a year and a half or more. And we can see that IBGR has been in the markup period over the last year or so, but now it looks like it could be going into that parabolic phase where this thing really starts to go. So if this thing can hang around, say, 35 cents or so, I am going to be all over this one most likely, and I am allowed to trade this one. This one is tradable on Fidelity. Next one I want to talk about is SPONF. SPONF Sponsors One Incorporated. Looks like there's starting to be some buying coming into this one, but if I back the chart out a little bit, you can see this thing went on a pretty good run back in February, but has been trending sideways to down ever since, and I think it has been going sideways to down long enough to have this thing start moving higher. Usually after a big run like this, you'll see them go sideways to down for several months, and then they'll kind of go on another run. So as long as SPONF can hold these price levels, start to move sideways to, maybe sideways to down a little bit, make a little bit of a bullish flag, I think SPONF is definitely going to be one worth taking a shot on. And this one is also tradable on Fidelity, so that is a bonus. I am going to show some ones that are not tradable on Fidelity, so unfortunately I can't trade them, but they are nice looking chart patterns, so I just want to show them to you in case you have the capabilities of trading them. The next one I want to talk about is BZWR. We can see BZWR is kind of making that pattern like the last stock, like SPONF was making. It's had a bit of a run up, fade down, and now it looks like it's starting to get under accumulation again. It's already moved sideways today, so if it can do that for another day or so until this moving average catches up, and it shouldn't take more than a day or so for this 8-period to catch up, I think there is a strong possibility it could be taking out this old high that it made back in early March. So BZWR, definitely worth keeping on the watch list. So this one is tradable on Fidelity, so it's going on mine. Next one is not tradable on Fidelity. It's LTNC. This one, like I said, is not tradable on Fidelity. Unfortunately, it's been fading down quite a bit for several months. This one's a little steeper than I like to see, but there is enough buying coming into this one. It has some resistance level ahead of it. It got that 200-period simple moving average just above it, but nonetheless, I think the pattern is constructive. It's starting to move higher, and it's starting to move higher quickly. So if it can get above this moving average and then, kind of hang right around probably 2.5 cents or so until you know, all these other moving averages catch up to it. That's going to prove to me that it has a good chance for a sustainable move up. So LTNC, definitely one worth keeping on your watch list if you have the ability to trade it. The next one is FRCN. FRCN is not tradable on Fidelity, but this one has been moving sideways for many years. I really like the way this pattern is shaping up. If I had the ability to trade it, I'd probably be accumulating just a little bit of it right now, and then if it started to get going, I would buy into it. But Firemen's Contractors Incorporated, man, just a beautiful looking pattern. This is just the typical way a pattern looks before it explodes when it's trading right around 0.001. So I really like the way FRCN is looking, but unfortunately I can't buy this one. Next one is DMNXF. DMNXF. I'm a little dyslexic, so it kind of takes me a little bit to type these in. I got to look at it a couple times. But this one is tradable on Fidelity, but unfortunately there is a $50 commission associated with trading this one, so I'm not going to be trading this one. But man, nonetheless, this is a very nice looking pattern. Looks like it could be halfway through the parabolic run up or so, because I don't think this thing has run nearly long enough. If this thing pulls back for a day or so, I think it's worth an entry, unless it rolls over, you know, really hard. You know, if this thing blasts down through 8 cents, then it's probably, you know, one you want to stay away from. But if it can hang around a dime or so until these moving averages catch up, I think this one is definitely tradable. Next one I want to talk about is SPQS. This one is not tradable for me, unfortunately. But man, nice looking pattern nonetheless. It did blast down, which is unusual, but it got right back above these moving averages, and it is holding. It's making a little bit of a bullish flag. So if this thing can jump above 0.006 or so and hold it, I think this one could be off to the races again. So a very nice looking chart pattern in SPQS. Next one is DMGGF. DMG blockchain. Now this one I am really excited about, because I actually do have the ability to trade this one, and the cryptocurrencies are starting to really gain steam again, so I could see this one going parabolic, but this thing is pulling back very lightly into those moving averages. I think if this one gets down to around $1 or so, I'm probably going to take a shot on a DMG blockchain solution, because I think this one has the potential to really get going, especially if you know, the coins get going again for another week or so. I think this one has a strong possibility of taking off because it is so associated with those. But next one I want to talk about is VNTH. This one I really like, but unfortunately I cannot trade this on Fidelity. Nano Mobile Healthcare Incorporated. This one is just looking perfect. I mean, it's had a big move up and it's moving sideways. It's only at 0.003, so this one has a strong possibility of just screaming. You got some good volume that's accompanying it, so VNTH looks super good. I wish I could trade this one. Next one was HPIL. HPIL, the same thing. I am not allowed to trade this, but this thing looks like it is really starting to curve up, and I think this one could be taking out that old high and really starting to go parabolic anytime. This thing has been under some strong accumulation. If we back the chart out, we can see this one has been going sideways ever since 2018, and now the accumulation phase has started, and the big run up could be next. So HPIL is one that's worth keeping a watch on if you guys do have the ability to trade it. Next one is TGGI. TGGI looks like it could just be getting going again. I do have the ability to trade this one, so if this one can hold these levels and you know, not have a big sharp reversal, then I'm going to consider getting into this one, because I really like this chart pattern as well. Next one is GLCO. GLCO is making a beautiful chart pattern, just under nice accumulation, a lot of green volume spikes. That means there's a lot of accumulation going on, and it is holding right in this upper range right here. So if it can break above 0.011 and hold it, I think this one could be off to the races. And I do have the ability to trade this one, so I'm going to be keeping a sharp eye on this one. The next one is PDGO. This one I do not have the ability to trade, unfortunately. This is Paradigm oil and gas. And man, this is a really nice looking pattern. Definitely got some big accumulation spikes going on, or big volume spikes going on. So I think this one has a strong possibility of making a new high in the next I don't know, couple days or so, maybe a couple weeks it could take, but definitely under accumulation. PDGO is definitely worth keeping on your watch list if you have the ability to trade this one. Next one is TWOH. TWOH, I do have the ability to trade, and we can see this one has been under accumulation for about a year and a half or so, so definitely makes the cut just barely, but we can see all this volume that is pouring into this one. So if this one can hold these levels, I think this one has a strong possibility of taking out this old high and moving much higher. So this one is definitely staying on my watch list because I do have the ability to trade this one. All right, last week I took a trade in TXTM, so I want to go over that one. Unfortunately, I bought it right here, and it was making that beautiful chart pattern, but it had an immediate reversal. I bought it right up here, so I am one of the last suckers that got into this one, and unfortunately this thing turned around real quick and stopped me out. I got out of this one once it, closed below that 8-period exponential moving average. So it was a small loss, and when I say small loss, I mean 10 fucking grand! No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that much. I would never bet that much on a penny stock, or at least I don't think I would. But I just wanted to go over this trade. Unfortunately, this one did not work out, but when stock starts making this type of pattern right here, more often than not is going to work out. So just because that one didn't work, doesn't worry me at all. I'll still be taking this type of trade every single time, because usually you end up getting one of these for a few days afterwards, but that did not happen to me. But that's all for this one, guys. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them down there in the comment section. And or if you know of any better looking penny stocks that I didn't put in this video, please put those down there as well, because I'm always on the lookout for good penny stocks. My screeners for penny stocks, they're not as thorough, so a lot of them slip through the cracks. I know a lot of times you guys are showing me really nice ones, and I'm kind of wondering why they're not showing up on mine, but it is what it is. I would appreciate it if you share the nice ones with me. Okay, everyone, that is all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions or comments on any of these stocks, or if you have any other ones you want me to take a look at, please leave it down there in the comment section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.